Hello everybody and welcome to another Chelsea Career Mode. This is episode number 6 in our series, and where we left off last time was some pretty boring games, 2 0-0 draws. So I was hoping for a little bit more going into this game. So we start off with a sim against Preston, and I actually played a pretty weak team in this game, not thinking that it was going to be a tough task, and I actually decided to sim the game as well. And yeah, let's see what the score is, and it ends up being 3-0, so not a really hard game. Baba Rahman, the left back, ends up getting 2 goals in that game, absolutely awesome for him. And then we have a big game against Crystal Palace up next at the Bridge. A game that I'm feeling pretty confident going into. I feel like that we could get this result, and that we were going to go on to get 3 points, because we did get 2 draws in the last episode. So I wanted to end this draw, get a win, and a good chance at home to do so. So we start off here, good attacking play through Pedro away to Diego Costa. Diego Costa twisting and turning here, breaking that guy's ankles, going by Balassi, plays it in towards Ivanovic. Ivanovic plays it, but a terrible ball intercepted, and now they can counter Crystal Palace, and it's Emmanuel Adebayor, their new man. Absolutely some fantastic footwork. Plays it to Balassi, where Ivanovic is supposed to be, but he's trailing behind him. Does well to get back, though. Ivanovic does get mugged again, though, and I don't know what Ivanovic is doing. He's running all over the place with Balassi, absolutely destroying my defense here. Back inside, Crystal Palace with some great intricate passing here. Finds the man who started it all, Emmanuel Adebayor, and it's 1-0. A bit of a shock. I was pretty shocked at this point to be down 1-0. It was pretty heartbreaking, because we are like one of the better defensive teams in the league at this point. And yeah, that was all for the first half, really, and it ended 1-0 to Palace. And as you guys can see, I skipped through that really fast. I was pretty upset. So we go into the second little bit here. Fabregas, using that little strength he has to get the ball, gets inside here. Plays it back to Busquets. Busquets plays it into Hazard, who plays it through for Oscar. Oscar gets cleaned out, and unluckily it's not a penalty, just outside the box. And Eden Hazard steps up to take the penalty, or not the penalty, the free kick, sorry. And I opted to try and shoot this, even though I did look to try and pass it. Oscar, if you guys saw in the top left, is actually injured, which is absolutely frustrating, because he's been absolutely fantastic. And as you guys know with my free kicks, whew, over the net it goes again. And I'm not super impressed with myself, but here we go. Late on in the game, we played in towards Pato. Pato cutting in, chance to shoot. Oh, not quite. Doesn't quite get the goal for us there, but he does win us a corner kick. And with 3 minutes to go, we need a goal here to get at least a draw against Crystal Palace. And it's cleared again. Played back in. Ivanovic rides that challenge. Probably could have went down for a penalty, but he stays on his feet like a good player should. Plays it back here to Hazard. Hazard going through one. Mugs off another. Plays it inside to Busquets. Busquets with a terrible touch. Loses a ball. But Adebayor with an even worse touch. Gives it back to Fabregas, who's going to play in Willian. Willian spots out Pato. Pato, a little bit far from him, but he cuts inside, and Kelly gives us an absolute gift as he like slashes out Pato's ankles, and we get an absolute last ditch penalty here to at least get a draw against Crystal Palace at home. A game that I thought we were going to easily win, but Hazard was a great chance. We get it right in the green. Hazard smashes it in for 1-1, so we get at least a draw out of this game, and you can see how happy I was. I ran to the corner flag, made a big dramatic celebration for a draw, but I was super happy at this point because this game was so frustrating, and yeah, to get that draw at least was absolutely awesome. And it was actually like the last kick of the game, because if you can see here, Palace won, kick, and then it's over. So it was actually like the last kick of the game got us a 1 point at the Bridge. At least we didn't lose, so we're still undefeated this season, but then we jumped straight into the Everton game. Not much changes to the first team. I brought Kurt Zuma in for a game. He wanted to play. He actually asked me to play. And a nice stat here, best defensive teams in the league. Chelsea with 1 goal against, Arsenal with 2. So we're actually the best team goals against average wise in the league so far. So we get this game kicked off early on. And a good start for us here. We're on the attack. Eden Hazard burns one. Gareth Barry smashes into Eden Hazard. And a second penalty in this episode for us. Eden Hazard not super impressed with Gareth Barry. Gives him a little chest bump, even though Barry's quite a bit larger. But yeah, just smashes Hazard. Hazard just crumples into the ground. So a great chance early on here to get the lead. But we hit the yellow, and Tim Howard does that. An absolute insane save from the Everton goalkeeper to keep this game at 0-0 and keep his team in this game. But we did press forward again through Pedro, and we weren't done here. So we're going to put it inside Diego Costa. Diego Costa has some fantastic footwork, goes around 2 or 3, smashes it in for 1-0. And Diego Costa finally gets his first goal this season, and what a relief that is. And hopefully many more to come. And yeah, you guys can see there, it looks a little bit weird with all the blue supporters in the crowd. But it was the Chelsea ones that were jumping here with a great finish from Diego Costa. It was actually a really nice finish to go around 2 or 3 guys and still smash it in from not a great angle. So it was 1-0. And that is how it would last here until this point where Everton get a good chance here. Deulofeu, a really weird pass, but it finds its way to Osman. Osman waiting for the run here of James McCarthy. McCarthy smashes it off the side netting. It was a good opportunity, but I wasn't really worried at this point because from that angle it's going to be a tough goal to score. So it is still 1-0 here. And then we go into halftime, still 1-0. And I'm feeling a little bit better at this halftime, so I decided to make a change, and it's pretty sad. I'm bringing on Sergio Busquets for a little bit more of a defensive help. But Everton still pressing here. There was an earlier, like a little bit of a foul, and it goes Everton's way, and so they get a free kick from quite a ways out. But he drives it in here, and a little header on Courtois with a great hand, and this ball all over the place ends up in the net. But it doesn't count. The referee gives us a lucky break here. It was offside, and I didn't actually get the replay to see if it was offside or not. And we get a really lucky break there as it remains 1-0, and that is how the game would end, is 1-0. So we snap our draw streak of 3 games with a not a great result, but it's still a massive result. We get a 1-0 win at Everton. And I'm pretty happy at this point. We can watch Diego Costa's goal here again. Smashes it in. Great goal. And yeah, to end the episode, we have a scouting update here. And we have one good player, good attacking player. Looks pretty decent. But yeah, that is actually all for this episode, guys. So hopefully if you guys enjoyed this episode, remember to leave a like down below. And remember to comment what you guys kind of want to see in this episode. And remember to go follow me on Twitter, actually. It's @Grafner. You guys just got to look at the name. I'll try and put a link to it in the description. I probably won't, though. So yeah, just remember to go on Twitter, look up @Grafner. So yeah, guys, until next time, take care.